AB say he's being entertained watching old folks
Damn
with
it.
technology.
You know what? I'm just keeping it on my phone. I can see
Yeah,
good.
bro, that's the best way to do it because I don't know nothing else.
So anyway, so yeah, man, we if I want to put you on the computer so I can
Read the
type
comments.
read. Well, no, I can read the comments here, but I could. It's easier to do it on the computer. Type up, use the keyboard. Look, see this?
Ah,
The keyboard. So, but it was echoing. I can hear you. I can like what we're talking right now. I heard it like maybe like 5 seconds later on my phone again. No, on the computer. So
ah,
it had like a delayed reaction.
for sure, man.
So,
How's the how's the quarantine going, bro?
man, but if they don't hurry up and open this shit up, me and my wife we're about to get divorced. Because we see each other every day, and I'm a handful, Derek. I'm a handful. Like I'm
I know I was over there with you about 2 years. I know.
so yeah. So you're like an
You
easy
got
cat. You just kind of kick
you.
back. I don't know who's more crunk, you and your wife. Like who
Oh,
more
she
like
is by
average
far.
talking. Like I'm talking about like you
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
nothing.
I
Her,
just say yes, ma'am, and move around. That's all. I don't do
nah,
much
man,
wrong.
it's different because me and her, I'm the big talker, so she like, do you ever shut up? And then she was like, or we'll be driving and she'll be like, David, can we play a game? I'm like, what do you want to play? Can we see how long you can stay quiet for? That's I'm like, woo. So I'm like, let's try it. I did about 5 minutes one time. I'm like, damn, this is not normal.
Let me ask
So
you, you got a full gym over there, man. You got a bunch of people, man. How's did the landlord and stuff? What they postpone everything, or you having to pay them, or what?
man, they hold on, let me man go you out. They pretty much, oh man, how are they doing it? Now they haven't been paying them, but what I'm doing is, I'm doing privates, man. I'm doing privates, and right now I am pretty much I haven't I'm doing privates basically. So I'm sending them a certain amount of money and to keep me afloat because they want their money. They're like, because
Right.
I've already applied at every government thing. For supposedly the government, not the government, but they ran out of funds for the first group of
Wave of small business, yeah.
thousands and thousands. Because small businesses are the ones that run the country. Because there's so many smaller businesses. The big corporations, like let's just say that Texas Roadhouse, stuff like that. They're around different like steakhouses, stuff like that. Those are huge business. There was man. My wife told me about this steakhouse that Trump, not Trump, but the government gave like $50 million, and people are so pissed off about that because they're like, man, they could have distributed that money with maybe they could have saved like 200,000 small businesses. Okay, good.
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Yeah,
messed
so
up.
yeah, so they're helping a lot of people, right now, and if you're rich, you're gonna get the rich people behind you automatically. You're not gonna fail. You're not gonna go down. It's the small businesses that are, man. Luckily, I got a couple of clients that are paying me for privates, and believe it or not, they're not giving me what I used to make, um, but they're making me enough. They're giving me enough so I can keep my landlord, you know, hushed about the, basically the bill, because she's still asking for that. Now y'all over
You
there with, huh?
I seen at first you was doing it over the over the Skype or whatever. You still doing those or what?
Yeah, I set them up different times. Usually just over my phone, like we're doing right now, and I'll do them in my garage or I'll go to my gym and demonstrate it off a bag. And because some people have bags at their gym. I'm doing people across the United States. They're like shit. They're paying me $60 just for me to tell them, hey, you know, shoot your jab like this in this position, and you won't get hit. Feint
Basically,
like this, and just to open up a shot for you.
so you basically coaching them while they working out, basically.
Yes, that, and then I have some people that are just, what's up, everybody? I can't type right now. Keyboard's not working. But
I can't see it, man. I'm barely seeing you. That's why I'm looking at the TV. But I can hear you.
Yeah, it has like a little small, it has a small delayed reaction. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm just pretty much, I'm still doing it. You know, I'm not taking, I haven't got anybody from a beginner yet, because that's what I really don't want to deal with. I want to deal with, like, you know, like people that I already kind of know, so I can just tweak them up and then show them some extra little strategies how to either attack, how to block, you know, just, you know, different scenarios. You know, I never know what they're gonna ask me. You know, they can ask me like, hey coach, you know, what do I do when I fight a tall guy that has a good jab? I'm like, well, man, run for your life. You know, no, but yeah, no, a tall guy is, you know. So now I just tell them different things, and you know, and I show them different little drills. What about you? What are you? You know, are you having any? Are you able to contact with them, or just completely shut down?
I'm keeping in contact with my fighters as far as making sure they're running and they sending me their miles and shit. But you know me, bro. I don't think a motherfucker can learn how to box off them how to box videos. So I damn sure feel you when you say, you know, you can't coach a green kid like that. Ain't no fucking way. But somebody who boxes already, or maybe an adult or something, it's probably valuable that you going, you know, on the Skype or whatever.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm shut down, bro. Just basically making sure them boys is running, and cause I think, you know, I got 3 pros over there. I think when this thing starts popping again, it's gonna have a bunch of opportunities, man, because every promoter in the business gonna need fighters to fight, to try to make up all this loss, you know.
Yeah.
We got canceled. Remember, we was going to Philly the weekend all this shit happened, and they canceled on us Wednesday because the opponent fell out. And so everybody who went up there and went to the casino, they went up there and weighed in and shit, and then it got canceled anyway on that Friday. So
you in Quentin or you in Redmond?
Quentin was supposed to fight at Wind Creek Casino in Pennsylvania, and then they canceled it. That was on a Wednesday. They canceled. Well, shit, the country shut down that Friday. You know, canceled all fights. So we didn't waste our time going at least. But yeah, man. Well, I don't know. There ain't shit I can do, bro. We just I'm making sure I'm standing on their ass, making sure they running, seeing how fat they're getting, telling them don't get fat.
Man, you have a better situation than me, because you have a job and you know you deal with a small group,
right?
You know, your main group, the ones that are, you know, like actually, you know, doing something as far as like the pro level, and you know, then you have what, maybe like 3 or 4 amateurs with some experience. So
yeah, I got probably 10 amateurs, but 3 of them competing, right? So that's outside of the gym itself. You know, the gym itself that Jack basically trains, he you know, they shut down. Gym can't be open. So I'm sure man is keeping in contact with everybody. I know Jack been posting sometime where he's keeping in contact with the kids, you know, and they got them of all ages. We got grown adults down to 10 years old, you know, in the gym. But yeah, man, they just shut down, bro. I barely could get this shit working right. And I know I can't coach through the fucking phone, bro. I know that ain't gonna work out for me.
It's actually been working. So what I did is I still got some. Okay, so I have about 20. Okay, I got a little creative. You know, hey man, you know, you got to kill me before I stop trying. But and as soon as I started doing the live stuff at first, then it just went crazy. I don't know if it just happened because it just happened like a week after I sent out there, but I started doing some private. So I think about it. I got about maybe 6,000 views off of Instagram. Like, you know, you can look at your insights, and and before I knew it, all these coaches doing the same thing, which is not, you know, it's not a big deal. So what I did, what I haven't posted on there, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. You know, it's not a lot. So I'm having privates, and I'm also having to where I have a small group of kids that they're like, there's about 20 of them. So I'm charging them $40 a month, like still gym dudes, but not what I usually charge them. What I usually charge is 105, 160 easily, right?
Right.
So what I'm doing is I'm charging them $40 a month, and I'm sending them videos through the WhatsApp app.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I'm showing them videos what I'm doing, my stuff that the only people can see in my gym. You know, so there's a lot of drills. It's probably about, man, I think within like a month, no, within 2 weeks, I probably came up with about 80 drills that so man, I can go on for probably another 6 months without having to do any more videos right now. So right now, I'm sending them just a bit because they already know the foundation. So right now they're just kind of like, and some of them don't know the foundation no way. So, but they're getting kind of close to it. And then once the gym opens up again, then I'm gonna be able to like just touch it up, tweak it up. So
they'll be that further ahead. But man, that's clever. I like that, man.
you know, hey, so how many people? Huh?
How you gonna keep them from sharing them videos, bro? You just basically tell them don't share it?
Hey, no, you know
what's up, Boxing Social?
They know this already, and if they do share it, there's one thing that I find out about boxing. I have been training fighters for over 16 years, easily, right? So one thing I found out that even my best fighters that I've had can't reteach how I teach it because
you know we on the same page because when them boys get on me about saying shit, correcting people or whatever, man, coach, you tell them too much. I say it don't matter what I tell them. They ain't gonna be able to fucking do what I'm saying unless I teach it to them. So I'm with you on that. But that's kind of that's always kept me from creating those type of videos because look at without naming names.
Yeah.
Look at all the people who made videos and shit, and now there's a whole bunch of off versions of the shit, but they think they doing the same. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes back to you, so you'll have somebody saying, "Man, I train in David Donner's boxing, which is Pop's boxing, right?"
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And then they gonna say, "Yeah, that's where I got my shit." And you gonna be like, "I didn't train you, man. What you talking about?" That's what kept me from trying to. Besides the fact of probably just not being able to do it. Anyway, but this is a completely unprecedented situation, and I think what you're doing, man, is clever as shit. You know.
Yeah.
Well, it allows you to make a few dollars plus train people plus it's creative, man. And so I seen a lot of people like what you was doing, and I seen a lot of gyms, a lot of coaches doing it. I don't know, some may be seeing what you was doing, some might have not. I think we different. We in such an unprecedented situation, man. I think a lot of trainers who own gym is probably saying, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do? So they trying to do the video coaching or whatever. I don't know. I ain't talking to nobody that's sending specific videos, producing specific videos and shooting the WhatsApp to them. The closest I did, I've been so fucking bored, I take a few clips. You seen it? I take a few clips and explain what y'all seeing.
Yeah.
That the fans don't even know what they seeing, really. They just, they fans. So I said, man, this might be clever to explain boxing to fans. But I did that shit once or twice, man. I left it alone, man. I said, because I'm telling you, and you still don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah. So, but look, I didn't finish how creative I got it. This is the way I lured them in. Think about it. They're like, damn, I'm $40 a month. That's still, a good little chunk every month, regardless of how, So what I told them is this. I'm giving everybody who's ever on here, they're gonna get some big tips right now about business. Okay. So not only am I charging $40 a month, and I'm sending them videos like once a week. Once a week, I'm sending sometimes I'm sending 3 videos because I made some videos that last me at least 6 months, but they're my minor stuff. Okay. Now, so if we go 2 months and they're paying me $40, because I'm only giving them videos, I can't give and I do stay in contact with them. Like, no, you need to put your elbow here. You need to shift. You need to twist this. You need to twist that. I don't just send a video and say, okay, go now. I go back and I send a video like we're talking right now. And anyway, so the way I lured them is that, for example, I say, hey D, you gotta pay me $40 a month, and I'm gonna send you videos once a week, and I'm gonna critique you every time if you have any questions. But more likely, they don't even have to give me any. They don't even have to have any questions for me because I'm gonna tell them, hey, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. You need to do this. You need to do that. But for every month that they pay $40, they'll get credit when every gym opens. When the gyms open up again, if they're paying $160, they're gonna be paying $120 for like 2 months if they pay for 2 months worth. You get it, like because every month is $40. So it's a win-win situation. They're still learning. I'm still keeping them in contact with me. And hold on, see
you counting that payment towards they gym fees, which is good. Gives
so
them an incentive.
They don't lose, and I don't lose clients. And then the other ones, the ones that are lost, are usually the ones that are gonna be the lazy ones. And I was having trouble. I almost had to pay them to train them because they were that lazy, Get it? So I was like, and that was my joke. I'm like, man, I might as well just pay you to train you because what are you doing?
Yeah.
So now and there's other things that I'm doing, man, that I just can't spill everything out there because.
Well, hey, look, it's clever. Yeah, I see where boxing socialists said that's value. Yeah, man, let me tell you something, man. I met David years ago, and when I closed my gym, this is for the public. When I closed my gym in Missouri City, me and David hooked up, and I was training out of his gym for about 2 years, and he's absolutely one of the guys I say, one of the top trainers here. And so $40 a month, and you personalizing training videos and shit, yeah, man, that's a gimme, man. Anybody in the gym should be doing that shit, man, with you. Anybody that can. Everybody can't because a lot of people ain't working, and especially kids if their parents ain't working, bro. What can they do? Yeah. But hell yeah, that's cheap. Boxing coaches, he's helping a lot of motherfuckers, but we all just trying to stay afloat, man. And I think it's very clever. I don't know if a lot of the trainers who's doing like public workouts, I don't know if they go in that detail with it, but they don't know you like I know you, scatterbrain. This motherfucker critique shit. He breaks shit down to elements, man. So I'm sure they getting they plenty of dollars worth, man. And that's I've heard of nobody doing that. None of the trainers.
That's why I haven't put anything up there. Just the clients that come to my gym. Those are the ones that are getting the benefit of that. I'm gonna do something real quick, D. Let me just
Go ahead.
And I have to, man, because I have to get really creative with the way because I'm not gonna lose that gym. I'm gonna do everything I can. If I have to sell, boy, no. And the one thing I ain't gonna do is I'm not gonna get into any illegal things. That's one thing I would never do. Even in my worst moment, I would never do something that's gonna put my family in danger. I ain't worried about me. I'm worried about my family.
Right.
It's not their fault
ain't no good come from that anyway, man. But
Nothing,
most
nothing good. That easy
most of
money.
what I see is trainers doing like public, social media workouts.
Hey, can you
Just
hear
keep
me?
it,
Can you hear me?
huh?
Can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear you.
I
Yeah.
figured out a way to put it on the computer and use my keypad and still communicate with, because I have ADHD really bad, so it's bothering me that I can't, you know,
Talk to the people.
yeah,
And
yeah, but I got you.
I
Yeah, keep talking.
I just accept that I can't read this shit and talk, man. Uh
Yeah,
uh but yeah, most even my partner, that was an MMA guy. I trained hell 10 years ago, and he had 3 fights and he won all 3 of them, but he moved back to the valley and opened a school, martial arts.
uh-huh.
And even he's doing them public training sessions, like so
Public,
so the
right?
people that go to the school could work out with him and all that. So I'm seeing that, but I ain't seeing a lot of
Yeah, you've seen
uh
a lot of the live stuff.
yeah, like Tyson Fury doing. I don't see a lot of people actually sending videos as it's basically what you're doing, bro. It's basically a correspondence course, right?
Yeah,
About
yeah,
you sending them
yeah,
a video, they will work out, and then you get on there and critique them and say, hey man, you're doing this wrong, doing this right, keep doing this, I need more of this. Yeah, it's clever, bro. It's clever
yeah.
as shit. And I'm sure it's time consuming and a lot of work too, bro. Uh but man,
I'm I'm making.
I,
Go ahead.
I was just interested in how you keeping. And I guess I answer my own question, man. You don't care if motherfuckers see it, because
You know,
me teach me teaching you and me telling you is two different things, man. Two
yeah.
different things.
I'm telling you, there's some actual proof right now. I'm gonna tell you, without saying any names out there, there's a couple of gyms that are doing the stuff that I'm doing, like in Houston. And okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, later, boxing socialists.
Eli, stop.
So yeah, so there's a couple of gyms that are doing, and these are students that I personally trained and I had for a good while, long
Right,
time. And I have clients that come from that gym to try to take private class. When I was open, they take private classes from me on the side. But I only teach them just a tad bit because I'm not dumb either. But I'm smart enough to take 60, but I'm even smarter to not show them everything, because
right,
it's just only stuff that, because look, Derek. So you've been around me for quite a while, so you know how I do it. I'm scatterbrained. I'm scattered about everything in life, period. So when it comes down to boxing, that's the only thing that is scattered, but I have it under complete control because I know how to put the pieces together. And then if the pieces don't work, I take out a couple of pieces and introduce new pieces so that everything else that wasn't working starts working, because it's not for everybody. I can't train. You can't train everybody the same way, and that's what a lot of coaches are doing. They're training people the same way that they fight, but you have
right,
to make adjustments. You can start off with the same foundation, but then you got to
right,
make adjustments on their build, their speed, even their ability to take a punch. There's some guys that you better hone in on that defense, because if not, guess what? It don't matter how good of a coach you are if you can't protect your fighter from getting hit.
right,
And it's going back to what I'm about to tell you, which is it's going back to these coaches that are online constantly putting up video footage, and it's all offense. And the defense that they're showing is just the famous warm up. Yeah, you there? You froze up. Did you hear where did I
you
stop at?
said a lot of coaches with these videos, and then
Yeah,
he cut off.
that they're doing like these little Mayweather drills or any drill they can find that they're speed drills. But speed
Right,
drills, patty cake punching does not include defense, does not include any type of actual punching power. It's just, I mean, it's good if you could take those trainers that are doing all that patty cake punching on the mitts, you take them to any hood. Oh yeah, those hood fighters, those street fighters, they're gonna have an advantage. But in boxing, it's a whole nother level. It's all about where you're placed at, not what you're throwing. So you could throw 1,000 punches, but if you got somebody coming at you in the angle with the jab on the side, where those punches gonna go? Nowhere. They're gonna go straight ahead. And even if you're straight ahead, the best way to stop a bunch of combinations is a jab. And that's it. Yeah. I don't care how fast you are.
Yeah.
Prime example. Remember, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just agreeing. No, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm
looking at my TV, bro, because I can see you.
No, that's fine. And I'm looking at you in my phone. Actually, you know what? I can talk to you when I look
it's
up.
It's better like that. Yeah.
Now I'm looking up, right?
It don't bother me. Go ahead. I can see you better.
Like the phone. Okay. Well, so I have you like this. Look, I have you on my phone. I can see right here, and then I have you right here. Look.
Yeah. I can't turn this shit around, but you would be able to see
man. I would have had a better setup, but anyway. So, and I put you up right there. You can see my frog because I love that frog. That picture. My wife hates it.
Yeah, I see it.
She hates that. But this is my room upstairs. Anyway, so it's just so much, man. You know, boxing, man. They're just slowly destroying the technical part of boxing.
Well, you know, I think we the same age, bro. And you remember it's been gimmicks since it's been boxing, right?
Yep.
Different fads and different different pound for pound greats. And everybody it goes through cycles. Everybody who becomes a top dog, well, it's like in basketball, you right? Whoever's the greatest basketball player, every kid in the neighborhoods, for us it was Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and all them. Then the next generation it was Michael Jordan. Then the next generation it was whoever. But everybody's still just trying to emulate. So, the what you talking about, that pity pat mitts thing, everybody knows where it comes from. But what everybody don't know is y'all wasn't present when he was learning to fight, right? He was learning to box. Y'all don't see that. Y'all just seen what HBO and shit allowed y'all to see when they was filming to promote a particular fight. Well, that's done caught on now. And I'm not saying that thing, I'm not saying it doesn't have any value or what. What I'm saying is, when you and I was kids, everybody wanted to be who? Ray Leonard. Then everybody wanted to be when you was active, everybody wanted to be who fucking De La Hoya or somebody. Then now it's Lil Floyd and shit. And now it's whoever's next. So them gimmicks things, man, it's kind of like what we saying. If I don't teach you and I just tell you, it doesn't matter. I could tell you it doesn't matter. You can't implement the shit. I could teach you, now you can implement it. So what you're doing, you're having like watered down versions of everything. Like I like to pretend like hip hop. Say look how garbage hip hop is, and my kids and shit walk in the room talking about dad, this guy this guy can spit and he sound like he rapping Mary Had a Little Lamb and shit. I'm like, what? But once one guy became popular, everybody started doing a version of that guy. And what's a copy of a copy of a copy? Everybody knows when you put the first copy on a copy machine, the 10th copy gonna be light and fuzzy and everything, man. So if you ain't passing out, that's why it's important to pass down what you learn, because Pops trained you, he trained your brother, and he trained some other guys. Well, those guys could train what they learned from the horse's mouth, right?
Yep.
And you being his best fighter when you teaching these guys, plus what you learn as a trainer, like you said, 16 years. Okay, in the last 16 years, you took Pop's knowledge and you learned how to translate it to different fighters, right? You didn't train 14 like you trained Simbo, right or wrong.
Same
foundation,
foundations, and then I made adjustments according to
accordingly.
the abilities. Yeah.
Accordingly. Well, guess what? When Pops trained you, he gave you a foundation, and you what? How big are you, Dave? Like 5, what?
Five,
How tall are you?
5.5, 5'6", maybe if I'm lucky. 5'6" if I'm lucky.
All right. He took his boxing understanding, put it in you for a 5'6" stature, and whatever your athletic advantages was, right? So
Yeah.
you took that, you put it in. You know, my favorite one was the white boy you had.
Matrix.
Matrix.
Andrew Gale, but I didn't.
All right.
I almost,
So
go ahead.
you didn't train Andrew like you did Alex. Them's two different things.
Yeah.
You gave him their foundation, and Alex almost my size. You put it in him. Andrew's 5'7" or whatever he was. You put it in him. So you making original copies, right?
Yeah.
That's different than a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. That shit don't work, bro. Right?
Nope. Not
so
close.
And that's why but that's why everybody doing them fancy mid work that they watch somebody do. They didn't see their foundation, bro. So they just making a copy of a copy, bro. Ain't work
That's exactly
at all.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm just trying to
And
am I sideways now?
a little bit. I ain't tripping.
I'm just trying to.
And guess what happens? Just by pugilism being a science, all that shit gets exposed, bro, sooner or later. Right or wrong?
Right. That's right.
Copy of a copy of a copy. Somebody gonna come with an original copy and wipe that shit all off.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta put the charger on. It's gonna be a long talk. Damn.
You good?
Man, I'm messing this thing up. Oh, it's better. All right, I'm a little sideways, man. Hold on. There you go. Damn it. Hold on, D. I'm having technical difficulties over here. That better? All right.
Don't know.
So yeah. Is that good? I'm crooked, right? Am I sideways?
Huh?
Am I sideways?
Nah, I can see. I can see.
But am I sideways?
Hey, that up. Nah.
Okay. All right. So
that fucking, hey, you seen that fucking man? Look, yesterday I had Regis on the show. You seen that?
Oh no, man. I did not see it. I always see you guys pop up, man, but I'm usually, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm doing some stuff that I'm doing everything I can to not drown.
Well,
so
it wasn't a planned thing. He just hit me up and said, let's go live. But somebody say they made a comment, say, man, that dude's voice is annoying, not Regis. And I got on the thing, I said, this motherfucker talking just fucked up like me. What are you talking about? And then man, being from New Orleans, and then man, it just came on there and said, that dude's voice is annoying, not David.
Yeah, it's talking about you.
yeah, motherfucker. But
it's all right.
I see
Your
I
best
say
buddies are the
that's
ones
funny,
you
man,
argue
because
with. You hear me?
Regis talk New Orleans dialect same as me. But go ahead.
Your best buddies are usually the people you argue with the most.
Mm-hmm. Now me and Manny got a good relationship, bro. Uh,
He should wait till he learns a lot about boxing. If he's gonna be around you for about the next 3 or 4 years, he's gonna be talking different.
yeah. Oh, he's learning.
Because he's
He's
sharp.
learning what he don't know.
He's sharp. He's sharp. So once he starts learning, then he's gonna
Yeah.
say, "No, Derek, disagree." You watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You're gonna learn that stuff so good that you're gonna be arguing with the teacher that's teaching you.
And I ain't gonna argue back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him you right, bro.
Hey, Derek. So
Yo.
I see Reaches over there is he training in California now?
Yeah, he bought a house in LA. And
So is he going back and forth, or his camp is over there now?
he was. I asked him yesterday, but he's staying over there now. But Bobby just flies into LA, man. So when they getting ready for a fight. But they got a gym out there. Morgan and all of them got a gym out there. That's like the home base. Yeah, they all into the boxing, man. But when they getting ready for fights, Bobby just flies out there. That's all.
Okay.
When you ain't starving and you're making money, you can do that. You can fly motherfuckers around and shit.
Yeah, hey, I guess it's also a tax write-off, but if you have the money, it doesn't matter whether you have tax write-off or not, because social media, they make it they advertise it like, yeah, man, we can go to the strip clubs, we can go smoke it up, drink it up, we can party all night, we can mess up our organs and expect to be world champions. And the world champions, they might still be world champions at the time, because one thing that all the new generation boxers have in common is that most of them are all doing the same thing. They're smoking, drinking, partying, because all the champions are doing it. But eventually that champion ends up losing that belt. And little by little, you become an Adrian Broner. I'm just giving an example. Okay? He's just one of the many, because a lot of them are doing it. So then what happens is that, yes, you still, so if let's just say, for example, if every boxer is doing smoking, drinking, partying, everything, and they're all doing the same thing, then it's going to come to ability between those non-disciplined fighters. Yes, there's going to be a champion, because somebody might have just better abilities than the other one, but as soon as they fight somebody that's clean, there's no way. Conditioning, I'd rather have a guy, I always tell my fighters, I'd rather you get technically beat by experience or by technique than get beat by conditioning. That's the worst. Right. Because if you fight someone like a Canelo just happens to have technique. Canelo just happens to have everything. But really, you could take away his defense, and he's still going to beat you because he can take a hit.
He's undersized and everything, man.
What?
I say he's undersized, but because of that drive, it doesn't matter, man. He's so well rounded as a fighter, and it amazes me the amount of boxing critics and some boxing insiders who don't recognize Canelo for what he is, man. It's amazing. But I think what you were saying was, even if a kid is a world champion and the better natural athlete, the guy who stays in condition, doesn't put the poison in, stays driven, he'll fuck around and outwork that other guy who shouldn't be, who he shouldn't be. And I agree. So when you got a guy who's driven, conditioned, has the boxing intelligence, the ring generalship, and you like to party on the weekends, I don't give a fuck how gifted you are, you're gonna run into that fucking wall, man. And how do you get? Hey, if you had the secret potion that I could give people to recognize that fact, we'll go straight to the bank. But the problem is, you only learn that, D, with experience. And young people don't have experience, man. And you and I did it. Our parents did it. Everybody thought they knew better. But you can't know what only experience teaches, right? And so you gotta just hopefully find these boys that's driven and dedicated to being, like you said, being a champion. They'll take it against all odds, bro. And it's right. It's what you say. It's all about drive, man. You take a Canelo Alvarez, bro. This kid, regardless of how he ends up, regardless when it's all over, regardless, this dude is actually driven. He wants to be the greatest fucking Mexican that ever put on gloves, man. And the way you know that, is the shit, the fights he be taking and the shit he be doing, bro. You like, man, what the fuck is he doing now? But the kid's driven, man, and that's what you can't bottle. If you could bottle that up and give it to somebody, man, you will make all the money in the world, because it'll be a long line outside the gym just to get a sip of that. You know, this is how I stay. This is how I don't allow myself to get in my own fucking way. You know, how many times you've been training, like you said, for the amount of time? How many times have you had fighters, competitive fighters, amateurs, or whatever? Man, David, if you train me, I know I could do it. You know, and you sit there and you go, what the fuck you think I'm gonna do for you that you ain't doing? You know, you ain't gonna put in the work for me, same as you ain't for them. But that's the unexperienced mind, bro. They saying, a kid will say this, man, I got natural athletic ability. And you think to yourself, the kid or the grown man, they factor in their athletic ability, they're factoring in their ability to learn, they're factoring in all this shit. But when they come to you with that bullshit about, if you train me, I'll be a champ, they not factoring in the part where they in their own fucking way, bro. You messing yourself up, man. You don't stay out the street. You don't got the magic potion, man. Boxing, and listen, we all got our fundamentals. Don't get me wrong. We all got our fundamentals, and we all think we got something special. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us different than the next trainer, right? So, but I can't make the kid do what's necessary to be successful, man. And they all looking at you saying, man, if this coach had me, if that coach had, nah, you the problem. You the problem. You need to do the work, man. But experience teaches you that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have experience.
Nah, I feel, you know, I can't fix it. But man, you know, you can't find that magic pill to be a champion. There's no pill for that.
No.
You know,
that's why think about it, D. That's why Pernell Whitaker and Bernard Hopkins is completely two different fighters, and both all-time greats. And you can go down the line. I don't care who it is. Canelo, Chavez, Roberto Duran. They all completely different, right? That's what makes this sport. That's what makes this sport so great, is because you and I, we got a fighter and we fighting a guy, and we got to say, okay, how do we beat this guy with this set of ability, right? Because our kid got strengths and weaknesses. Everybody, strengths and weaknesses. How do I disguise his weakness, right? And keep it from the opponent while imposing our strengths, right? So, man, that's a lot of shit. And these kids think if you just tell them what to do, it's gonna work.
No, I mean, it's gonna work in the gym against, you know, mediocre fighters or undeveloped fighters, but it's not gonna work against really well-schooled fighters, you know. And, okay, so Well, I guess the benefit now is that boxing. So, I love getting into debates about boxing and the new fighter. I hate it when new fighters say they're bigger, faster, and stronger. Every
Oh,
sport, every sport evolves. I'm like, every sport minus boxing. Every
bruh.
sport minus boxing, because you cannot evolve the sweet science. That sweet science, if you don't have the right formula, I don't care what formula you put in. That formula's got nothing. Huh?
Dave, you can ask any of my fighters, right? I tell them that bigger, stronger, faster shit works if you're making a guy bigger, stronger, faster. But here's the thing: boxing is that's why it's called pugilism. It's a science, an art. It's an art of doing things a particular way and having success. And guess what? It's a way to nullify that guy being bigger, stronger, and faster than me. Because if it wasn't, how is this a science then? It's just a foot race. We just running there. I got to be able to use my guy's advantage and hide his weakness to nullify this bigger, stronger, faster guy. So anybody who says that, man, that's kind of like, you know what I say? That's like those strength conditioning guys, and I ain't talking about boxing strength. I'm just physical fitness guys. Physical fitness guys teach that shit to get you with the next gimmick. Well, it may be true. They may have science to make you able to lift more weight or carry whatever or run or whatever. That's just physical. Boxing is a science, bro. Boxing is the art of me taking your physical. Boxing is the art of you at 5'5", me at 6'1", you taking my 6'1" from me to where it's a disadvantage. And that has nothing to do with bigger, stronger, faster. It has to do with your understanding of pugilism, man. And I don't even get into them conversations. Anybody that tells me that shit, this is what I say. If the bigger, stronger national makes the difference, well, how come what's the fat Mexican kid?
Ruiz.
How come Ruiz had that big muscle bound dude look like the Incredible Hulk flopping around like a fish out there? Don't know what he's doing. You know why?
Body weight transferring back to the sweet science.
Right. And Ruiz is just a flat out better fighter than the big guy. And then Ruiz cheated on himself in a rematch. He fucked his own self over. But initially,
he got lazy. He was
right. It was too easy for him. He thought he was just gonna go knock the big guy out. He didn't understand that the big guy went back to England and said, all right, how do I keep this guy from hitting me? And he worked on it, right? Mm-hmm. And it's neither here nor there. Anybody could see that AJ made adjustments and Ruiz just thought he was going to knock him out, whereas Ruiz was in shape the first fight and just a better boxer, and I'm going to show this big boy how you whoop him. Man, I get frustrated with trying to teach people that shit, man. I'm not going to argue that shit. Anybody tells me the athletes of today is bigger, strong. Dave, what happens if you put, I ain't going to say Deontay Wilder, if you put Anthony Joshua at 6'7", 6'8", whatever he is, built like a statue, and you would have put him in the ring with fucking Ezra Charles, man. That dude, man. Bruh, and Ezra Charles was what, 6 foot flat maybe, 195 pounds? He's going to beat him all around the ring because Ezra Charles is the well-schooled pugilist, man. And we're talking about the 1950s as opposed to the 220s, man. 2020s. This shit don't matter, man. I don't listen to that nonsense, bro.
I'm gonna give you a prime example, and I'm gonna use me as an example, okay?
Go ahead.
And you're gonna be like, damn. And that's why when people debate with me about bigger, stronger, faster, yes, bigger, stronger, faster athletes, but
True.
Zero sweet science upgrade. Zero. Actually, they're going backwards. They're probably going they're going back to when the cavemen were fighting. That's
You know why? You know why? They practicing on how to catch a tennis ball to dodge a jab. They practicing on all these physical increasings. You need to be in a gym boxing. That's what you need to do. You need to be in the gym boxing with somebody who can teach you how to box. This shit don't transfer, man. Taking we all seen crazy shit. And acting like it transfers over to boxing. You know what transfers to boxing? Go get conditioning, go run, skip rope, do all the shit we know is proven to work, then get in the gym and let's work on the craft. I don't buy none of that bullshit. Yeah, the athletes are bigger, stronger, faster. You're right. You got more 6'5" motherfuckers, 6'9" motherfuckers than you ever had in life.
Yep.
And less educated boxers.
Yeah, look, there's more education in other countries than us now. Way more.
Oh yes, by far.
Way more.
How them Eastern European boxers, how they so great and we ain't shit over here now? We can't buy a heavyweight champion. Our heavyweight champion is a failed basketball player who thinks he can believe himself into the championship. Bruh, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit. But then all those guys, man, the prime what's his name? He's shot now. I like him though. Fought Andre Ward. Gave Andre the tough fight.
Andre Ward, yeah.
Kovalev. You got Kovalev, you got Lomachenko, you got all these guys who are learning real boxing, man. And then they come over here, and our boys is pity-patting and showing out for Instagram, bro. And then we want to know why we ain't having no success, man. Hey, bro, we got to get back to the real boxing because the trainers are there. We still exist. It may not be like it was in the 80s or the 70s.
Nah, man.
But there's still branches of those trees, right?
Yeah.
There's still branches of those trees out here, man. It's just the kids gotta quit being impressed with shit that doesn't really matter, man. That's until that happens, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, man.
Hold on, somebody let's see. Just learn how about child. Yeah, so nobody really understands. Like, is there something that I know about boxing? Is everything about boxing. I'm gonna break it down to you right now, D. I'm not saying I'm the perfect coach because I know I have some imperfections that I'm working on as far as like how to deliver the message, and
with experience, you just gonna get better and better too. The more experience, the better, right?
But look, so we're going back to this bigger and stronger, which is kind of what I'm. All right, so I had a record of as a pro, I had a record of 21-5, 2 and 4 KOs. And check this out. I'm gonna say that again. 21-5, 2 and 4 KOs. Okay. In the amateurs, it was the complete opposite. I was like 30 at 35. I had like 35. I had like 17, 19 knockouts. It's been a while with only 3 losses. I only had 33 fights in the amateurs. Okay. And I had a lot to do with my weight. When I was boxing in the amateurs, I was 16, 17 fighting at 126, 130. 118, 126, 130. I was knocking dudes out. In the pros, I don't know, my coach is an unbelievable coach. Like, I'm talking about, like, man, if you would have talked to him about anything boxing, you would be like, wow, what the hell? What? He could have been super famous coach, but he didn't do it like that. He did it as a hobby. because he had a pension from the Army. Okay, he worked for he worked for the post office for like 30-something years. He had a good pension, so he did it for fun. Me and I was doing it for real, you know. But anyway, so somewhere down the line, he dropped me down to 122. Okay, 122, and I was like, okay. I mean, I wasn't having that much, because I turned pro at 18. I wasn't having that much trouble, and I didn't know anything about open tournaments. I didn't know anything, but it gets deeper. I'm not gonna say everything, you know. But
I'm listening.
So at 18, I turned pro, and around about 20, and I had fights. I didn't have that connections like I have back then, you know. I mean, I didn't have connections like the connection that I have now. As far as, man, as soon as I get a fighter, you know, that's ready, I have doors that are available that I can touch to see if they want to work with us. Okay,
right.
But the thing is this: so my knockout power it completely was diminished. Okay, because I fought at 122 basically my whole boxing career. And
right.
You know, we as men mature little by little, right? So
yeah.
Meanwhile, I had a full-time job, anywhere from 10 to 14 hours a day that I worked. I would work out twice a day, once at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be at Moore Park by 4 o'clock in the morning, a.m. I'll run my 6 miles and do about 5, 6 100-yard sprints. Then go to my job, and then go back down to Main Street Boxing Club, which is, you know where that's at.
Right.
And then I'll work, go to my gym, and work out viciously 3 hours, okay? Trying to make 122. Now, and this is all going back to the bigger and stronger. I'm just going around, you know, and I like to tell long stories, you know. So
I follow.
Okay, so I would go downtown, and I would take like a 30-minute nap and then do a brutal, crazy workout. The only people that saw me there would understand, like, wow, it's crazy. And this after working 8 to 10 hours labor, washing cars, tinting windows, taking out dents, installing radios. The hardest part was washing the cars, because you have to do wax on, wax off all day long. So then when I was brought down to 120, 122, it was okay for the first year, but then I started telling my coach, hey, coach, I'm having trouble with this weight. You know, it's not coming off of me like it used to. Right. I'll walk around like 155, 160. Now, of course, that's not my fighting weight.
Right.
But I'll be the strongest. I'd be, man, 130, 135 was, man, I was sparring guys with 156, 140. They just couldn't believe, like, how come you end up knocking people out when you take it back to the fight scene, to the pros? I'm like, man, I don't know, but I was inexperienced about how your body worked.
Right.
Okay. So how did I win working full-time, doing boxing part-time, 3 girls that I take care of? How did I still become the NABF champion, which is it's a very prestigious belt that it's a ranking belt. It's in order at those times to be able to fight for the IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC, you have to have that.
First step.
So how did I end up still doing boxing part-time, getting the NABF belt, which a lot of people aren't that familiar with, because right now it's all about that green belt, WBC, and now they have so many ranking belts that, man, anybody can get a belt now.
All the sanctioning bodies have a national or a continental belt, bro. Like, what's the NABF? NABF is what? WBC.
North American Boxing Federation.
Yeah, but they
made some new ones. NABO, North American Boxing.
Okay. NABO was WBA, I believe, and it's all the first step to the world title, right? That's how you right.
And that's cool.
Right.
And that's cool. It's giving more opportunities for guys to be able to fight for a world title. So it's easier now than it was in the past. And I can just imagine in the 60s, the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Woo, man, that was crazy. So So check it out. So what I'm trying to say is going back to bigger and stronger, what everybody's saying. And I got into it with some guy online. I don't know who he was, but he like every sport evolves. I'm like, yes, except for boxing. Not the technical part of it. That would never. That's gonna stay
Right. The science part. Right.
So Dean, and what I'm about to tell you, I apply it to my fighters. And a lot of coaches don't do what I'm about to tell you that I do. And that's why I'm the only person that people know me by is that I've been very successful with, and that's with him not even giving me 100%, has been my nephew Addict. When the day he does finally focus 100% on boxing, which he said he is, he's gonna be doing it supposedly. Man,
he gonna do it, man. He's gonna do it. Alex,
yeah.
You gonna do it, bro.
He's gonna do it. Yeah, you better do it. Well, I'm gonna talk about you every family meeting we get. I'm gonna talk about you every day.
That's it.
So you know you're gonna want to go to the family meetings. So anyway, so I fought weak my whole life, my whole boxing, my whole pro career. Okay. How do you think without no major promoter, you know, and Bobby and them were my agents. They were, you know, getting me the fights and everything, you know. How did I become the champion working up to 14 hours a day, physical labor? I'm not going to add to that anymore. You know how? Simple. The sweet science. I had no power anymore, but guess what my coach taught me? He taught me angles.
The art of boxing, right?
Jabbing at every position you could possibly be at, not in a straight line. Well, I did straight line angles. I did up jabs. I did side jabs, all these type of jabs. How was I able to fight on the inside? And the reason and there's been a couple fights where I just kind of like, you know, I got caught slipping, you know, so, but I never got caught slipping on the same punch. I've been dropped and I've gotten back up always, you know, I've never been knocked out. And thank God, because I had a great fundamentalist coach that he just, man, if you didn't do, man, 1/3 of a centimeter, no, it goes right here. No, that foot cannot go that way. It has to go in this particular way. Anyways, so what I did with AJ, and I do it with all my fighters. With AJ, for example, he fought at 152 for about 4 good years, and he's still fighting at 52. 4 good years. But every time he was fighting at 52, he was only weighing like 141, 143 after working out. So in order for me to fight him at 41, he would have to be walking around at 41 to fight and drop down to like 37, 38. So what I did with him, and you can't do what I'm telling you to do with every fighter, because you have to have a chin. Well, I don't know. It depends, because I'm against what all coaches are doing. It's been in the sweet science forever. That's the one thing. That's part of the sweet science that I don't agree with. It's going down really small to fight somebody to be bigger, because that's what happened to me. So I did it. I've been applying to all my fighters. A lot of coaches don't even know what I'm doing. And a lot of fighters, my fighters sometimes they look way smaller than the guys they fight. But guess what?
They're strong.
I'm better. Huh?
You keep them strong. They're not zapped.
Yeah, so
not energy zapped.
You're better off fighting a guy that weighs. You better fight a guy that can make 41, but is very comfortable and is strong during sparring at 48. I'd rather push him up to 52 because he can eat good every day, versus bringing him down to 141. For him to be with 141, you have to completely dehydrate him every day.
He's emaciated. How you say it? Emaciated, where he don't have no strength left, no nothing. By the time it's time to perform, he ain't got. I'm with you with that. I don't believe in dying. I don't believe in strangling these kids to death in order to have a size advantage. That's stupid. Man.
I mean, there's some guys that they could do that with. No, but not even. No, there's some. Yeah, it's not. Nope. I'm going against what I'm saying. No,
I'm with you.
But like I had but there's some guys that can, like they have some. I call them the Mexican body, the Mexican build that they're not well defined. And I had a fighter named Louis Carvalho. I remember him. Tuesday,
Yeah.
Tuesday. He was one of those guys that he couldn't do. I fought him at 52. One time I said, your next thing is 65 because even 52 you have trouble. And he would work hard and everything, but then they had to do a lot with discipline and a lot of other stuff that's incorporated with trying to make that weight, and that's hard to.
Well, you gotta be very strict if you got bad genetics, meaning you gain weight for your size. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's the political correct term. I know what you said, Mexican bodies, but if you gain weight,
they're built different. Their muscle fibers are covered,
right?
You know,
right.
And they're strong. Like, man, you look at Chavez when he fought Medrick Taylor. To this day, to me, I don't care what people say, and I'm Hispanic. Medrick Taylor won that fight. He got up at the last. He was not knocked out. He beat Chavez every round. Crazy. Every round. Not one round did he lose. Okay? But of course, when I talk to my people, they're like, nah, man, how you going for him? You know, I'm like, because I'm going out for boxing. I'm not going out for race. I'm not going out for the race car. I'm going out for what I saw as a coach. He tagged him up so much that I couldn't believe that when he was dropped at the last round, that referee called it off. Why would he call it off if there was no more seconds left for the round? Now, if it would have been like the old school 15 rounds, okay, then yeah, he wouldn't have made it past the middle of the next round. But it was 12 rounds. He beat Chavez 12 rounds. Not one round, not two, not three. He beat him all 12 rounds until the end got dropped, and this dumb referee stopped the fight. The fight was over. He got up.
I don't know, bro.
That's one of my fights that just drives me crazy. And then when Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar De La Hoya, that's another fight that we have.
I still get it. Motherfuckers still argue with me that Oscar won that fight. And I say,
what do you tell him?
I tell him every champion gets his gimme, and that was Oscar's gimme, because Pernell Whitaker won the fight. But I'm not gonna argue with nobody with that dumb shit, man. Everybody, Floyd Mayweather got his. Everybody got theirs, bro. Everybody got their gimme. It just so happens. Pernell Whitaker was my all-time favorite as fighter. So when it happened to him, I was pissed off, right? Yeah. I was more mad about it, and that's probably how everybody else felt. And then Tito Trinidad got his gimme against Oscar, and then they all understood, and then they all understood what I was saying about Pernell. But what can you do? It's boxing, man. What can you do?
What about look, some people gonna get upset over this. I might have some friends, taking me off. De La Hoya, when Mayweather fought De La Hoya, to me, De La Hoya beat him. It was a close fight. They should have given it at least a draw or two to De La Hoya. Mayweather,
close fight. Close fight.
That was a real close fight. That was man. I look at it differently, But yes, he barely. To me, De La Hoya, she got that, and they were both champions. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah. Lil Floyd was going up, right? He was going up.
He was challenging Oscar for his belt, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
if I remember right, yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be where if
you gotta take the champ,
you gotta really beat the champ to claim the belt?
And Pernell Whitaker was the champ when they fought.
Yeah.
He was taking Sweepy's shit. So Sweepy is not a power puncher. He outboxes your ass. And so when people was acting like Sweepy was supposed to do more than what he does, right? Which is outbox motherfuckers. That shit ran me hot, man. That shit right.
Man, hey,
But
just,
it's how many fights you can name like that though, bro? The guy don't win, you know. It's boxing, bro. It's part of the business, man.
now that's the least. That's the one that people can fight about. You know about the Oscar. That's the least of the 4 bouts that I know that Floyd lost. Floyd Oscar was the least debatable. I'm not gonna debate on that too much because it could have gone either way. But he's supposed to beat the champ, and I didn't see Floyd beating him. I saw him giving him a real close fight, but he didn't beat him. Now let's go to the real nitty gritty. Now he got beat by Castillo 1, Madonna 1, and what was the other one?
I got locked up for the Madonna fight, bro. I didn't see him. I didn't see either one.
Hey, watch the first one. He had to get a different ref to ref the fight that let him hold and punch, because in boxing you're supposed to punch. You are supposed to let your hands go unless you're headbutting. But if they hit you behind the head, it doesn't really matter. That's your fault. You shouldn't be having your head down here anyways.
Yeah.
So anyway, so now we got the new guy that I love is that T Bud. Ooh, man, that T Bud, he's a throwback. I keep telling everybody he's a throwback.
Listen.
Way back.
Bud Crawford, like these other boys we was talking about, he still gotta finish his career, right?
Yep.
But my educated eyes, you know what they call eye tests.
No.
What I see, Bud Crawford, bro, is great, man. That's a great fucking fighter, man. And all he needs is to keep winning. And sooner or later, these fights are gonna happen, right? The guys over there at PBC is gonna have to fight him because there won't be nobody else. But I'm super. All right, This was a great episode, bro. And I think it's gonna catch on, bro, because a lot of fans and boxers don't get to see 2 coaches talking boxing, right? They don't see that. It ain't nowhere to do, right? So we need to keep this going, probably in the corner, coach's corner or something.
Yeah,
we keep it going.
Real boxing talk.
Exactly. So let's do this here. Let's finish with this here.
Yeah.
Let's do, and I'll let you go first, or I can go first, whatever. Let's do our top 3, pound for pound.
Oh yeah.
Right now, not all time, just right now in boxing.
Okay, yeah, because we'll get a lot of people upset with that one. Okay.
All right. You want me to go first or you?
I'll let you go first. You might be wrong on one of them. I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. It's an opinion.
His opinion, yeah, you're right.
For me, Canelo Alvarez is the #1 fighter in the world right now, based on his opposition. He's been fighting guys for fucking 10 years now, bro. The best guys, including when he fought Floyd and shit.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not even, to me, for sure, Canelo Alvarez is pound for pound #1. Number 2, and it's my own personal going off what I know about fighting, what I experienced and learned as a trainer and produced as a fighter. I got to put Bud Crawford, bro, number 2. I got to. I think he's that fucking great. And I think when you put guys in there with him, he's gonna show you. I think Bud Crawford's gonna end up. He'll like he could have fought in any era. You know what I'm saying? Like any era.
And there you go.
Right.
Yeah, and Canelo too. Canelo too.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Any era. Anybody.
Canelo's getting a lot of pushback because he's a Mexican, bro. Meaning,
man, he's the face of boxing right now.
Meaning Mexicans don't want to give me, they have their hero and they don't want this young boy to come take his spot. But
he's the face of boxing right now. Honestly,
the whole sport. So I'm gonna go Canelo Alvarez, Bud Crawford, And for my third choice, I'm gonna go for the mixture of the two. A guy who's beat the best that he's, that's out there, and my eye test. And I'm going Tyson Fury.
Excited.
I'm going Tyson Fury. I'm going Canelo 1, Bud 2, Tyson Fury 3. Go ahead, your turn.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm going to agree with you on the first two. Canelo, only because he is the face of boxing right now, and he's been fighting. He has the better resume. Okay.
Than anybody.
He's the number one because of his resume. But skill wise, to me, Bud is better than him. It's just he doesn't have that resume yet. But
right.
So yes, right now Canelo's number one. Bud number two because he just, what can he not do? He can.
Nothing.
He can. Oof.
Nothing.
It's unbelievable.
Hey, hold on. Before you tell me number 3, remember, my fighter has been in the ring with him and sparred, right? So I got the inside track about how great this motherfucker is, man.
Oh, you talking about Bud?
Yeah.
Man,
and
yeah, I asked
and
that question too.
Quentin said, Coach, I ain't never been in the ring with a motherfucker like this. And Quentin done went to Kazakhstan, every fucking way. And including here in this country, including being in there with EJ and all these guys here, right? All the guys over there in Maine, all these guys, Regis, all of them. Yep. And he said, Coach, Bud Crawford is different. He said, this guy's different, man. I said, I see it. I see it with my own fucking eyes, man. So go ahead. You got Canelo and Bud. Who you got for 3?
Oh, man. I mean, I hate that it has to just be 3 because there's so many out there, but.
What you want to do? You want to do 5?
Let's do oh, man, we gotta do 5.
All right, go ahead.
Let's do 5. So Canelo face the boxing right now because of his resume and his all around boxing and inside ability. 2, which should be number 1, but he can't be number 1 because he doesn't have the resume yet. It's Terrence Crawford. 3, there's gonna be a 3 is gonna be 2 guys in the same spot. Okay, which is gonna be Thimo Lopez and Lomachenko. Those guys right there, man.
They good. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they're gonna do because, and when they fight, oof, man, that should be a mega fight. They should save that for a while. Then 4, I would say Tyson Fury because of how big he is and how talented he is as far as the boxing part of it, because he's not a brawler. That's how talented he is.
That's amazing, huh?
He walked Tyson down, throwing punches like this. Like he wasn't even really. It's
amazing. It's amazing to watch that 7-foot man box like that. That's amazing, bro.
Yes, and walk down, because that's not even his strength.
No.
Walk down a Wilder that's knocking everybody out.
He just imposes will. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know who you picked for that fight, but I know for sure I was in the minority about picking Tyson Fury by knockout. I told everybody that was asking me, I said, listen, man. And they were saying, man, Tyson don't even knock nobody out. I said, listen, it's not that he knocks anybody out. It's that he's a smart boxer and he knows, man, I boxed this guy's ears in for 12 rounds and he still hurt me. He still hurt me. I can't let that dude hang around. I got to go forward. I got to go forward and take that from him, right?
Yep.
And everybody knows how limited Wilder is. Even if you're a fan, you know he can't box.
Man.
You just got to that power shot. So I picked Fury. I said, man, Fury's gonna knock this boy out. And he ain't lying to everybody. Everybody thought he was lying. I said, he ain't lying. He's being smart. He's saying, if I box with Wilder will fuck around and knock me out on an accident. On an accident, he'll catch me when I'm out. I better go forward. And that's just what he did. So I know I was in the minority like a motherfucker, but I was thinking as a trainer. I was saying, what would I do if I was Fury's trainer? We going forward. We not going backwards. We going
That's
forward.
the only thing he had. I mean,
if we go backwards, he's got a chance. He's got a chance of winning.
Yes, but even at that, Fury would still beat him. Fury needed to be in better shape. Even if he would have boxed him, he still would have beat him. But
all right, who you got 4 and 5?
Somebody said, Lomo is more technical than Lopez. No, he's not. Lomo is not more technical than Lopez.
You got
okay. So Lomo is an offensive beast. He is offense. He's like a Roy Jones. He rather be offensive, right? And none of his punches are really technical at all. He's just punching like this. That's how easy it is. His footwork advances his upper body punching. So it's really his footwork. Now he has better footwork than Timo Lopez. Timo Lopez. But Timo Lopez has all around better. He's just a man. I can't wait to see that fight. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to see that fight. Those guys right there, but I'm picking Timo.
Who you got for number 5?
Number 5. Woo, number 5, man. I'm going to put, if he comes back healthy, I'm going to put Spence up there. Spence is, he hasn't been proven yet. He's only fought one guy, which is Sean Porter, right? But Porter is, he's just a volume puncher,
Nobody looks good against him.
Nobody.
You gotta give Errol credit for pulling that fight out because he was behind in the fight too. But he pulled it out, man.
And anybody that's watching, this is not the top 5 in the world in the history of boxing. It's just top 5.
No. We're doing pound for pound right now. I seen that. He said Salvador Sanchez.
Yes, he was up there too, but that's
we talking about right now active in the sport. All right, so I gotta add a 4 and a 5, right?
Yeah.
Canelo, Bud, Fury, Lomachenko, Earl Spence, and that's my 5. And I'm gonna give honorable mention on who I'm looking at. Lopez. I'm a big fan of Lopez.
Man, watch him.
I'm a big fan. And
go ahead.
And Shakur Stevenson, man. Them two right there.
Yeah, there's another. See, there's too many because
So
too many.
We did the 5 and honorable mention. I'm gonna go with Timo and Shakur Stevens is the next up. They the next up for entering that pound for pound top 5.
Also, the one that we just got to throw him in there, might as well, is Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is another offensive animal.
Bro, I believe the kid's taking flack for being popular on social media and shit, but I've seen tremendous improvement in the two fights he's been with the Reynosos over there with Canelo. I've seen improvement. I've seen major improvement in Garcia since he's been with Eddie Reynoso and them. He's tremendously improving as a fighter.
He's the next Oscar De La Hoya. Now with this, Oscar De La Hoya is technically better than Ryan Garcia all the way around.
Right.
The thing that Ryan doesn't have is that I'm really, people are gonna be like, why you gotta be putting? I've got into another conversation about that. Is his defense hasn't been tested, and he's suspect on his defense because he has nobody right now. Now, right. Because he's not gonna be able to knock everybody out. No, it's impossible.
You better be able to box, right?
Yeah, and yes, guys, there's a lot of GM, Vendres, and Season. There's a lot of guys there, guys. I mean, this is just our opinions because there's so many good fighters out there that we can't really talk about. I mean, it's so hard to talk about just one or two. You know, there's so many.
I tell you what, and that pound for pound constantly changes with every new performance for different fighters. You know, so that's why I say we can end it. We can end it with our top 5 pound for pound active fighters right now.
Top 50 to be fair, and even at that, there's just stuff that you have to go on the internet to search up because there's some guys that never got any coverage, you know.
Right.
They just didn't have that character, that TV character. Usually the bad guys and good guys get that TV character where everybody knows them because they're either the bad ones or the good guys. Like Oscar, he was the good guy. You know, Mike Tyson was a bad guy.
Right.
You know, so and you know, but anyways, we talk about, man, how long has that been already?
Shit, I don't know. We've been on here about 2 hours almost. Dang. I'll tell you what, bro. Let's do it again next weekend, man. Yeah,
next time we're gonna try to bring my brother in here. Can you get 3 or 2? Only 2.
Well, I think on it. No. If we do it, you know, if Manny puts it on the thing, we could do everybody from their own house. So if Sergio wants to do it, let me know, and then next Sunday we'll do it. You know, with the program instead of Instagram.
Oh, you're talking about with the program? Which program? The Facebook?
We got a personal program where we do it live on YouTube, and it goes to IG, and it goes to everything after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had to buy that for the podcast. But yeah, man, this was good, bro. We gonna call it Coach Conversations, man.
Yeah, real. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it online, but yeah, you can put something on there like
Tell me later, and I'm gonna say it online.
We say real boxing talk.
There it is. All right, brother. I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Be good. All right. Bye.
All right, dude.
Peace.